Warning. This podcast includes many mature themes, offensive topics, and hilarious people. This is a comedy podcast and nothing should be taken seriously. Listener discretion is advised.
So I have very low self-esteem, so I really like bringing other people down with me.
When was the first time you met a black person?
Sweet kiss at 2 minutes and 4 seconds.
Yeah, the last time he had sex, he made a girl cry.
Oh!
The toothpick in your toenail.
No, you.
Just this faggot on the other team, and you just gotta let them know that they're faggots. Homeless veterans are not nature.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Alrighty, welcome everyone, listeners, to the 4th episode of Three Monkeys and a Robot podcast. With us today, we have Schultz,
Joey,
Patrick,
Nina,
Jeremy,
Patrick,
and myself, Paul.
got 2 pens.
You may have gotten a little confused there when we just did the introduction. You didn't hear a brown kid or some like weird giggle monster. I don't know. But
Someone
so
reciting a prayer.
with us we have the special guests today of Nina and Patrick. You may remember Patrick from episode 2 where we talked about his wine incident and how he missed his exam. This is the smartest dumb kid who is now on the podcast. Also, we have
He's going for his PhD in mathematics.
Yeah,
Just so everybody knows.
And we also have our lovely friend Nina, who's been friends with us for the last 3 years, and she's kind of like the mom of our group. And we needed someone to fill the void of diversity, so we pulled in Nina because she has a vagina.
What a great mom!
She's
raising
a
us to be
caregiver.
such great kids.
Yep.
I'm Nina, and I approve this message.
All right, so Pat, Nina, is there anything you guys would like to let the audience know? Just some little backstory of how you met us, or some interesting fact.
It's great to be here. I was on the dorm floor with Paul, Joey, and all of the kids from Owen J. Roberts High School, freshman and sophomore year, and through no fault of my own, I got sucked into their unavoidable vortex and have been orbiting around them ever since.
Any reason you're speaking incredibly monotone there? We already have a robot. We don't need 2.
Just trying to be attractive voice for the radio.
You're doing your radio voice. Well, this is an internet podcast. I don't think we'll be on the radio, but
Also, 3 people listen to
Hey,
it.
you never know.
I feel like bringing on the special celebrity guest might bring in some more views. It'll be like, oh, Pat's on there? Like, I hear he's really smart. I'd like to hear what he talks about. Meanwhile, I just talk about, like, dicks and shit the whole time, so,
Get ready for that, Nina.
I'm excited.
I'm excited to add to the dick conversation.
Yeah, and so what about you?
I met all of you guys my freshman year, their sophomore year. I lived in the same building, and one day I walked up to the roof, and Paul and Seth were being themselves, blasting music, and it all went from there. And then I became mom, I think, spring break, sophomore year, when one of our good friends, who doesn't usually get that drunk, was very drunk, and she is usually the mom of the group.
And who is that?
Am I allowed to say
You can
her
say
name?
first names.
Emily.
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 Mitch's girlfriend, who has
Now
had
girlfriend.
multiple utensils brought to her while Mitch sleeps. As you remember from episode 2 also. Man, episode 2 was such a highlight. I don't know what happened on episode 3.
Yeah,
Audience,
so,
I apologize.
You might remember Paul getting extremely loud at the end.
To this point, I haven't listened to podcast 3, and I don't remember recording podcast 3. So I remember like the first 20 minutes, and everything after that's one big blur.
The quality went down by the
I
end.
heard the quality went down. I get really aggressive when I'm drunk, and
I don't know where the producer was during this.
apologize for that. I am the producer.
Yeah.
Do it again.
I am the law.
I am the law. Another news. We made an addition to our website. So now, in addition to the YouTube videos we have on the website, there's now an embedded audio file that you can click on and then listen to without having to go through the third party of YouTube. You know what this means, audience? This means that you can go to our website, click on a podcast, turn off, lock your phone, and just walk to class and listen to our podcast. It's as easy as that now.
And still hate your life just like you did before.
Yeah, well, you haven't listened to any of our podcasts.
Yeah,
so
I
you don't
have.
know.
I've listened to most of them.
Have you though?
Yeah.
Or what did we talk about?
She said
No.
most of them.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I half listen to them. They're
Half
a little
listen to
boring
them.
sometimes when you start screaming and stuff.
That's boring when I scream.
Well, at the end when you're just like drunk, and then I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm usually doing something.
Yeah, we're usually always drunk.
Yeah,
That's kind of the point.
yeah. We get
This
drunk
is
and
our
talk
this is
about
our
things.
this is one of our many
We drink and we
games.
know things. Yeah. But yeah. So that's a new addition.
Such a cool feature.
It really is. So you're welcome, audience. We put a lot of time and effort into our-
Taco.
Taco, yeah. Thank you, Taco.
Ginger Matt.
And Ginger Matt.
Has Ginger Matt listened to the last one?
He's still on episode 2, I think.
Alright, so Taco.
Wait, was he a guest?
Mm-mm.
No, they're our two biggest
He just
fans.
thoroughly enjoyed our
Our two
podcast
biggest fans.
as Kevin's little brother and Ginger Matt.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Don't worry, the special guest, I feel like we're bringing a whole new crowd. Maybe Nina's roommates will listen.
Maybe even
They already said
a
they
girl.
will. They were
Oh.
like, I was like, I'm going to do a podcast, and they're like, can we listen to it? I'm like,
You can listen to the other ones too,
And
Lauren
they're-
and Amanda, you
they're-
pretentious cunts.
they're,
Called out. Damn.
No one cares about us until there's something to do about them, and then they're like, oh.
Fucking selfish.
Lauren and
people.
Amanda, I just want to say, I have finally figured out which one's Lauren and which one's
Oh, it took you a few years, man.
But you can like I said that wrong. Photographically memorize a textbook, but yeah, faces and names. That's what gets you.
People,
Paul,
fuck
was
that
that
shit,
your
man.
dyslexia
Yeah.
coming back?
Yeah.
Seth forgot our names over Christmas break, and we were his only friends.
Okay. Seth doesn't give a fuck. Pat just doesn't have enough mental capacity to remember such trivial
I
things
think
like
he
people's
has too
names.
much mental capacity.
Well, he does, but
Where
it's,
you go?
it's all filled with his geniusness of
It's being
textbooks.
directed towards more important ends.
Like shitting on country music.
Yeah, fuck country music.
Yo, fuck you.
Okay.
Before the podcast,
Okay.
there was a little argument between Nina and Pat and everyone else about why country music sucks. So, just a little background knowledge for you there, audience.
This argument has been going on for 3 years, I
It's
would
been
like to point out.
Bubbling under the surface, threatening to
It's
break
always
free.
been there.
Yeah.
Always been there.
Ah.
But you know you're in the wrong because you're not in the majority. So.
Yeah, that's how democracy works.
Yep.
Yeah. Capitalism.
Oh, no. We're not bringing this conversation.
Fucking triggered.
Triggered!
Is that how old you are? Or is that your IQ?
Oh, got him.
I'm
Pat,
at
using
least
my
11.
joke. Appreciate it. I get a nickel every time someone does that.
I heard that from my middle school bus driver. Someone flipped them off.
That was
Yeah.
That's not
awesome.
nice.
That was me.
I was.
That was me.
That's some asshole.
That was me.
That asshole with the pink backpack.
That was me. That was me.
Okay.
Eating the glue? Yeah, that was me.
You
Picked
just
the
had
wrong
a,
day to stop smithing
Some
glue.
glue.
Classic.
All right.
Go watch everybody.
So, topic one.
Joey.
We've got something to talk about. Joey,
Tell
how
us
was
a
your
story.
week? Tell us a
Tell
story,
us
Joey.
your women endeavors.
Oh yeah, Joey. Where
Talk
the hell were
about
you
how
last
much
night?
of a
You were
womanizer
hopping-
you are.
Yeah, you were hopping around like a fly in a
Talk
shit.
about how whenever you see
You're
girls
like a little
that
fuck.
you know, but there's any other
good
one,
phrase, right?
anybody else there who's intimidating, you just back off. And
Ooh.
Like what?
last night you said that you saw some chicks that you like talked to her from a while ago.
You even dragging me around with you. Yeah.
and you're
You're
like,
like, let's go. How much do you know about chickens? I was like, oh, chickens,
Talk about that.
chickens
Oh,
are great.
okay.
I can
Oh
talk
yeah,
about
wait, I
chickens.
haven't told the chicken story. Okay.
How's being the special
I guess
Start off
it
with
goes.
Kevin.
How is it?
Stetson, get the hell out of here.
No.
do you want to be on it?
No.
What?
No.
What just
then,
cracked?
then go over there.
I just leaned
Don't
up
tell
to
me
this.
to go.
Yeah.
No.
Okay,
We're
anyway,
gonna have to
chicken
cut
story.
this.
Chicken story. Yeah.
yeah, we
Let's
can-
go back. Let's
we
go
can
back
make
to the
cuts.
chicken story.
Yeah, so
Take us there.
Starts out with Kevin.
Do take us there.
yeah, okay. So we were all at Pickles,
Story time.
which is a bar here at State College, having a good time, drinking beer and stuff. And Joey's like, all right, I'm going to go talk to a girl. I need a wingman. So he initially asked me, but then I had to go, like, piss or something, so I went to the bathroom. So he asked our other friend, Kevin. So him and Kevin go up to these 3 girls, and they start talking to them and shit. And I come out of the bathroom, and I see Kevin talking to the girl that Joey wanted to talk to. And I'm like, Kevin, you are the worst wingman of all fucking time. You don't do that.
You talk to the other girls.
You talk to the other
The
girls.
less attractive girls that are annoying and like
Yeah,
to
so
talk
like
about
I was like,
something.
all right, I'm gonna take a hit for the team. These 2 other girls are fucking
You tackle
Zeros.
Bottom of the barrel.
bottom of the barrel girls, so that Joey can talk to this other chick. And so I go over and I'm like, Kevin, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, here, Joey, move over. And then like, because they're all like 3 in a line, I'm like, Joey, move over and start talking to this girl. And I started talking to these other 2 girls. And these 2 girls, like, they like talked about how, like, I was like, yeah, where are you guys from? And they were like, oh, I'm from, like, middle of fucking nowhere, somewhere outside Philly, but, like, forever away from it. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, you on a farm or something? And they're like, yeah, I live on a farm. I'm like, cool, you got any animals? And they're just like, or one of them was just like, yeah, I got chickens, that's it. And thus started a 30-minute conversation. I'm pretty fucking drunk, and I'm just talking to these 2 ugly-ass girls about chickens for 30 minutes, and I wanted to fucking die. It was so awful. I was like, I'm looking over at Joey, he's still talking to the girl. I'm like, okay.
First world problem.
What else do I know about chickens? Okay,
Actually, I feel like that's pretty much third world problems.
What, chickens?
Chicken.
No, he was I was saying.
Ladies and gentlemen, with us
Him
we have
talking to
another
girls.
special guest who just woken up from a drunken nap. My wonderful girlfriend Stetson is
I'm
here,
so very
sitting on my
fun.
lap, fucking just kind of chiming in here. So I guess we have,
No.
for the first time ever, 8 people on the podcast.
No.
What?
We were just like commenting on his story.
Stetson,
He said
shut up.
first world problems, and I said I'm pretty much sure that's third world problems.
Well, the chickens would be a third world problem, but I'm saying Schultz complaining
Schultz-
about having to talk
Schultz
to 2 ugly
complaining about-
bitches.
Having to talk to these ugly-ass
Schultz
girls about
complaining
chickens.
yeah, that's definitely first world problems.
Okay,
Yeah.
Anyway, so, fine, I'm like, okay, I can't fucking take this anymore. I'm like, yeah, I gotta go talk to my other friends. And I whisper in Joey's ear, I'm like, Joey, if you don't get fucking late tonight, I swear to God, I'm gonna kill you. And next thing I know, like 2 minutes later, the girl's talking to some other guy, right? Like,
I don't know what happened. That was all
fucked up
kind of a
somehow,
brownish
Joey.
blur.
She probably said, I'm going to go over here, and you were like, okay, kind of looked down and
Oh.
just got sad. If I had to guess what would happen.
I mean, I got her number somehow because it's
Yeah.
on the phone, but I don't know really how that happened.
Have you talked to her since?
No.
It's been more than 3 days.
Did she
Joey.
give you?
You've waited the 3-day mark.
Did
Yeah,
she?
it's been a week.
Yeah.
Did she give you all 10 digits, or was it like the first?
It was actually 5.
6.
The area code was
Yeah, another
assumed.
5.
Joe, you should drunk text that.
Your phone
girl.
number has
That's
a
what
Q
Paul
in
had to
it.
do last night.
Did you do it?
Yeah.
And
I
how
Paul
did it
did.
go?
Oh, yeah, wait, you were texting that other girl last night. How did
I
that
was.
Okay.
Well, Paul was texting
Why
me
were you
last night.
texting? You said the dumbest thing to her, I remember.
You don't know how to talk to girls.
Oh, she stopped responding after you said
You
that
said
part.
the dumbest thing.
Paul talks to me, so he has no idea how to say it.
I don't remember what the conversation was. I remember reading it. I'm like, Paul, why the fuck did you say that?
Or you have room for merit. I'm sorry.
Bring
Who are you
out
to
your
talk?
phone. Let's hear the text. Bring them
I
out.
don't really know.
This is good. This is good shit. Let's hear it.
To be fair, I was also kind of drunk, and most of the girls Joey and Schultz talk to are pretty fucking stupid. So I'm like, well, I might as well just try and act stupid when I'm talking to these girls. Like, just talk super involved.
Us intelligent women cannot handle the text.
Woman's a little bit of a stretch.
You said so cray with
Paul,
5 Ys.
Yeah, well,
So cray with 5 Ys. I was like,
it was sarcastic because she said cray first.
so what?
Alright. Anyone who says cray needs to die. He doesn't deserve to
True.
talk to.
True.
I think that was a good way to get rid of her. Good job,
think
Paul.
I
You did great.
See,
Exactly.
that is definitely worth cringing about. Am I right?
Yes.
Because if I were sitting there reading that and a
She
guy
said it
just
first.
made
Exclamation
fun
points.
of me for saying something dumb, I'd be like, okay, I'm
But
done.
she
Cringing
said-
as we
That's it.
speak.
She at least said cray with 1 Y. You
Cray.
said fucking.
Cray
It was
is
making
itself
fun of her because you
cray.
don't say cray, you say.
No one says
You can't make fun of
cray.
people over text and they'll
She also didn't
If
understand
she
you're
says
making fun of
cray,
her.
she doesn't deserve to live.
You're welcome. Well, then you're welcome,
Stetson's
Joey.
going to purge this bitch. Next
No.
purge, I know
We
Stetson's
need
going
to be
for.
harsh
Like,
with
give me
you.
your number.
Alright, if you budge in line, off with your head.
What?
This is
What?
getting so fucked up. What the hell?
Did you mean button line? No.
Yeah.
Cut
Oh,
line.
cut line.
You said budge.
Yeah,
I
button
did say
line,
budge.
that
I
works.
say budge.
Budge, it
That
works.
works. They all work.
It
All
works.
those words work.
You're a word.
Oh.
No
fucking year.
Okay. So
Are we gonna-
you were talking about chicken.
Chicken,
text.
yeah, that's basically
so
the end
text-
of
You don't need
So
this.
last
What are you
night,
talking about?
the
Just-
same girl
just
that was
drink it
at
out
Pickles
loud.
that
Go pull
Schultz was
a
talking
chair back.
chickens about was
Oh my
there.
God.
So I'm like, oh, you know stuff about chickens, right? He's like, yeah, I know a lot about chickens. So I'm dragging you around trying to go talk to her and her friends again.
And then we get over there. She's
So you would've had to
she's like talking to some other guy. He's like, she's that one there. The girl with the sweater around her waist. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right. So where are these friends I need to talk to about chickens? I'm looking around. It's like her talking to this one guy. He's
Her
like,
friends
we'll
were
come
there.
back. We'll come back. We come back.
They're still talking about
Still talking.
Like,
Okay, we'll come back later. We'll come back. Okay, turn around, head back to the
Come
dance floor. Oh, it's
So far,
It was a
Jeremy's
bust.
contribution
It
to
was
this
a bust.
podcast has been chicken noises.
Man, you grew up with chickens for 18 years. You learn a thing or
You
two.
learn their language apparently.
You
You're
do.
fucking-
I can
that's a
talk
good
to
impression.
fucking chickens.
What do they say back?
They usually just go beep, and I'm like beep, and then
they're just
They're fucking dumbass
they're
birds,
just
aren't
they just look at him and they're like, where are your fucking feathers, motherfucker?
I can tell my pheasant hunting story. So,
How you made a nice necklace for your girlfriend.
oh yeah, we can talk about that too. So I went pheasant hunting with my buddy the other weekend, and it was so. And a little backstory about pheasants. Usually, you have dogs or people flushing them out of the fields, and then whenever they see a dog or a person, they get up and they fly away. And then you shoot them because it's kind of like skeet shooting. They just fly up and you're like, oh, there's a bird, and then you kill them.
You
But
don't need to throw her anything.
yeah, so what happened when we
They
went?
throw themselves.
The
It's
birds,
amazing.
the birds. It was the end of the season, so the birds were all like fucking fat and just stupid and just lazy and domesticated somehow. And so when we went there, Brian's dogs were so in shape that they were able to catch the birds before they could take off. So the dogs would come up, sniff them out, bite them, bring them back to us still alive. We're like, well, here's a live bird. We haven't shot it yet. What the hell do we do with it? So Brian's like, oh, if this happens, you just throw them up in the air and you shoot them. And we're like, well, wait, we can have fun with this. So we took the bird out of the dog's mouth. We we have it holding it out, like kind of like a punter in like a football game, kind of would with when he receives the ball from the
laces
snap.
up, right?
Laces out, beak out, drop the fucking bird and just swing your leg back and release. And that bird goes flying up and gets a little air time. And once it's in the air, it'll start flapping its wing and start flying. And then so you basically just drop kick a bird and then shoot it with a shotgun point blank. And it's a lot of fun. You just fly right out of the air. Sorry, PETA, not sorry.
And Paul, what about the birds that couldn't fly?
PETA.
And then the bird's like,
It's PETA, not PETA.
It's
Like
PETA.
It's PETA.
It's
PETA,
definitely
PETA.
It's PETA.
you are fucking stupid.
It's definitely PETA.
It's PETA.
Yeah, have fun talking
It's an
to us.
acronym. How does it have a
Oh,
correct
you're right. I talked to girls about fucking PETA.
I did him a favor. Becky.
Schultz has autism.
Anyways,
So
It's,
now we have
it's
two
more
people on
like
this
Tourette's. He
podcast
just
with
randomly
autism.
shouts.
it's highly contagious.
Autism?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can get it from licking an autistic kid.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I think it's PETA.
I
I
because
think
of the
that's
donkey
probably
videos.
how I got it.
Probably.
PETA game.
We have
video.
like 7 conversations going on right now. This is what happens
Stetson
when you
literally
have
fucked everything up.
I have said
one person
nothing
talks
out
at a
loud.
time. Yeah, but you're saying it on the side.
Yeah.
So there's like
I
little
was
mumble.
whispering.
There's
You
little
can hear
mumble.
people
Yeah,
from
these
our
mics
room.
are pretty sensitive.
Nina needs to contribute to the main
All right,
conversation.
Well, where's my Four Loko who stole it?
I put it in the fridge, you idiot.
I can't find it.
I put it in the
Your
door
fridge.
of the
Your-
fridge.
your
You
fridge.
dumbass.
So Paul, back to these birds.
Okay, so back to the birds. And
I
then
was whispering.
so when Brian's dogs brought them back a little too fucked up because they're ruthless animals that, ooh, look a bird, and they fucking take the bird and it's all fucked up and they can't fly. Well, I mean, it can try to flap, but it just can't. What we did, we just grab its head and just kind of start swinging it like a terrible towel at a Pittsburgh football game.
God.
Until the neck snaps, and then you just throw it in your pocket and you just keep going and just find more birds. But
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, so
much better
and then we come back and we start cleaning them. So we cut them open, cut the breasts out, measure and weigh them and package them up, and then we have all this extra just bird without the breast in it. And we're like, what can we do with these? And we're like, yeah. So like the other guy that was with us, it was his like first time pheasant hunting too. So he's like, can we cut the heads off? He's like, yeah, sure. Brian's like, yeah, sure. I don't give a fuck.
motherfucker's
They're
here.
dead, So we cut the couple of heads off, and then we start playing with them, and we're like, can we make a necklace out of these?
The mark of a sociopath.
So,
God.
so we found some rope in my truck and just made a bunch
necklace?
of bird heads into
Yeah,
a
they're
necklace.
Still in his room.
No, they're not. I threw them out.
because they were kind of decomposing. So-
Speaking of decomposing,
well, wait, before we go to that. But yeah, so we basically put like a couple bird heads on a piece of rope, tied it up in a necklace, and I gave it to my wonderful girlfriend
It
who's
was
sitting
your
here.
late
I don't want
Valentine's
it.
Day gift.
I didn't want it.
Oh, that's the last time I ever buy you any jewelry.
That's what
Yeah.
she said.
The worst jewelry I've ever received in my life.
Well,
Do you have the same attitude when your cat brings something home?
Yes. My cat brings nothing home. My cat is the worst cat in the world. So yes.
anyways,
All
so,
right, yeah,
onto the topic of things decomposing in our apartment. Who wants to? Joe, how about you talk about this?
Joey's
well, I
back.
can, let's
Look
talk. I
alive.
can talk about the
All right,
backstory.
backstory.
Yeah.
Go.
So sophomore year, very beginning of our sophomore year, which was like
If anyone doesn't know, it's currently our senior year
Yeah.
right now.
so this was like 2.5 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Like over 2.5 years ago. Just out of the blue, me and my roommate it was just me and Sahil.
They know who
at
Sahil
the
is.
time. Yeah, me and Sahil. we were still roommates back then, and we decided just out of the blue to buy a dwarf hamster for our room.
Dorm room.
Yeah, for our dorm room. And we don't know why we did it, but we were just like, yeah, let's get a dwarf hamster. We need a pet. So we go out and buy this cute little fuzzball. And we named him Chubbs. And ever since then, he's been living with us. So, let's see, what else can we say about Chubbs?
He's a fat piece of shit. He doesn't do anything. He won't let you pet him.
Yeah, he
He's
doesn't
a
let
little
you
shit.
pet him.
He just got
He's
fat as
been
shit
through a
and
lot.
has Tourette's and just a little fucking.
did
You
that.
put him on a
Yeah.
counter, he'll jump off trying to kill himself.
Yes.
Like he's just
Smart.
He's just
Smart
the
guy.
worst fucking
He's
hamster.
the worst
Martyr
pet
for the
ever.
cause. He's the worst pet ever.
Like
bad.
I've seen plenty of videos of like dwarf hamsters. Like you put them in your hand, they just sit there and let them pet, or they let you pet them. But this dwarf hamster, like as soon as you take him out of his cage, he just freaks out and does not stop freaking out until you put him back in his cage. So you can't do anything with him. He just sits there,
He's autistic.
runs on his wheel at night to wake us up.
You could put him in like the little ball and watch him roll around, and freak out, and run into everything.
You could throw him up in the air and shoot him with the fucking.
Yeah, well, it's not too late for that. So
Yeah.
their lifespan is 1 to 2 years, and it's been over 2.5 years now. And just 2 weeks ago, he just keeled over and died
Mitch's birthday.
Finally.
on Mitch's birthday. Out of nowhere, just died in his
Okay,
sleep.
no. It
It's
was
not
not
like-
out of nowhere.
Yeah,
That motherfucker had a broken neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah, broken
what-
neck, a stroke, or something.
after spring break, we like was it before or after spring
It
break?
was
Before.
before.
All right, so like
Before
so
spring
like
break.
2 months ago, we just randomly like took him out to play with him, and his neck was just like at a 45-degree angle to the left. We're like, that doesn't look right.
I would like to point out that they let him climb up to the top of the cage and just fall down
What do you
repeatedly.
mean
He
let
doesn't
him?
Why don't you let him?
What do you mean
Okay,
let him?
but
We can't
whatever,
control what he
alright.
does in
What
his
are you
sleep.
supposed to do? Babysit him 24/7? Don't do that,
Yeah,
Chubbs.
bad Chubbs.
You're gonna hurt
You didn't even know
yourself.
his name.
Yeah,
Okay.
most hamsters do that. That's a normal thing.
Yeah.
You would like climb on his
It's-
cage, fall down.
His crate is like 8 inches tall, so
Yeah.
he wasn't
And he
even
would
getting
Roll
more
up the
than.
table
and he lands
He
in
landed
bed.
on pine
He's
shavings.
still fucking there.
He's on
He
the
has been
closet
climbing
higher
on
than
his
that.
cage for fucking
We're
years.
The
saving
fact
him
that
for a
we're still
rainy
talking
day.
about him, he's literally right there. It's just
We're getting to
Why?
that, Stetson.
He can
It's
hear
a
you.
little dead hamster.
Spoiler alert.
He's in a bag.
We're waiting until we have
I
time
already
to
said
give
plastic
him
bag.
the proper
We
respects.
already established he's dead. The best part is that after 2 days of
Still here.
so it's been like 2 weeks now.
It's been 2
And-
weeks.
but I realized after 2 days, we're like, well, he's probably gonna start decomposing soon. I better put him in a plastic bag and start mummifying him. Because you know that one scene in Indiana Jones 4, the really bad one. I'm sorry, folks, but like him and Harrison
Spoiler
Ford
alert.
and Shiloh. It's been like 10 years.
Dude, it's almost
Harrison.
Still give a spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert for those of you who haven't seen Indiana
It's
Jones and the
shit.
Crystal Skull. Number 1, it's shit. Aliens. Number 2, there's one scene where Indy and Shiloh are like finding something in this dead guy's tomb, and they open up like his mummied body, and he looks perfectly fine, like he died yesterday. But then like the air hit him, and then he starts decomposing super fast, and it's like, yeah, they're like, time doesn't agree with him anymore. He's been mummified. I don't think that's how mummies work. Number 1, but I'm using the same principle. I'm keeping Chubbs preserved in a Ziploc bag.
Yeah, we want to give him a proper Viking funeral, but we just
But we're too lazy to do that.
The pond
So-
is definitely thawed
The
after
thought
today.
is
Pond
there.
is more than thought out.
The thought is there.
I feel like we're just gonna
Lazy
What?
asshole.
I bet you're gonna put the little funeral pyre boat out into the pond, and,
And then
like,
we're
a
gonna-
big fucking
someone's gonna
fish
get
is gonna
yelled
come.
at.
I just wanna-
One of those big koi fish is just gonna come up and just oh, a fucking piece of bread.
Like a sea monster, yeah.
Then you're gonna see wet chub sink to the bottom.
So our plan was to
Bring him
give,
back
since
into the
Chubbs
cycle.
was such a wonderful fucking stupid hamster, we decided that we wanted to give him a Viking funeral where we took him out to our Penn State's alumni pond, which is like by, the center of campus kind of, and it's just like a little duck pond where a bunch of the mallard ducks hang out, and there's like a bunch of koi fish in there, and it's just this little piece of shit pond.
They're turtles too.
Yeah, apparently they're turtles too. So we decided that let's build him a little cardboard raft, light it on fire. Yeah, I'm sure that's within university regulations.
After dunking him in
You
lava
probably have to
fluid.
get it approved first, but I'm sure we can get a permit.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have a permit for this? Yes, I do. I can do
No,
it
we're
on
gonna
on a
do
piece
it
of
at night.
paper.
We're gonna do it at night. It's gonna be like one of those vigils. We're all
We
gonna
can do
hold
it at
candles.
night.
We're all gonna-
At night will draw more attention.
We're all gonna hold
Fire.
candles.
But no one
and-
would be there.
Yeah. I just
Yeah,
want to
but
add
draw more
something.
attention.
In a real
They're
Viking
doing-
funeral, the Vikings were powerful men. They had estates and they had a gallery of serfs and slaves to help them and do cooking and dishwashing and things like that. And when they died and they had these
We're not
Viking
doing
funerals,
that.
Wait.
they
We're not
had the
killing
slave
somebody.
women go on the boat with them. And like
We're not.
5 or 6 slave women out on the boat with
To make
them.
sure it's proper, right?
Yeah, right. So I'm saying
I
you
gotta make sure
find-
the boat's clean when it lights up in flames, right?
That's right.
We
So
got
you
a
got to
slave
find
woman.
5 or 6 female hamsters
We
and
have Bill.
out
Holy
with
shit.
chubs.
We also have a sex doll named Bill we could use, I guess. Light that on fire.
Well, we could
The doll's
we could
name is
also send him up into the sky
Can
with
we
our,
get
with our,
with
with our
our
shark.
The shark.
Even better, let's do one of those little candle things that you light up and you send it, you let it float
Yeah.
away, but we'll put chubs in it. And we'll see it float away.
Because then his dead body's gonna fall.
His dead body falls on some poor kid's
Cincinnati Fire.
All right,
Skip
audience.
breeze, you see this little white.
All right, audience. We want your votes. We want your input. Comment on our YouTube video what you think we should do with Chubbs.
Like, subscribe.
Please let us know. We could either
We got a Viking funeral.
all right, come on guys, one conversation at a time.
It's Stetson. She literally keeps talking to Nina.
I'm kind of drunk.
Fucking asshole. How come it's
If
always-
you're at least drunk, at least talk above everyone else so that they can only hear one
You
person.
don't want to hear
Which is-
you don't want to hear my normal conversation.
Then why are you here?
You invited me.
And then I told you to
You
go back to
invited
sleep.
me. You invited me. Don't even try and say anything. You invited me.
Yeah, but
like
then
this might be the
It's all
first.
your fault.
This might be the first podcast where I actually have to edit shit out.
I know, right? Yeah, this is way to go, Stetson. You're wonderful.
Yay.
So, all right, audience, vote on our YouTube page for this video whether you want us to A, do a Viking funeral, B, use our inflatable shark fish
Giant
remote
toy
controlled
shark.
thing to just fly him around State College. or
Throw them up in the air and shoot them with a shotgun.
wait, no, that's D. C is use one of the little Chinese candles that fly up into the air from like Tangled, and Chubbs could be in one of those. It could. I mean, he probably is
That's
losing a lot of his
so
mass
artful.
decomposing in
I
there.
know.
We're actually gonna open that bag at some point.
Yeah, I'll do
I
it.
can't wait for you guys to open this bag.
I'll do it. I'm not.
When he
Smell
put
like
it in the
ass.
bag, he didn't even he just took his hand, 2-day-old Chubbs, grabbed it, put it in the bag, and I was like,
What are you supposed
Honestly,
to do? Get some
Chubbs
tweezers
probably
out? And,
actually dead.
It's a little dead
And then
hamster.
you
Gotta
put
put
it
it in
in
the
the
bag.
bag.
like a paper towel? I don't know,
it's a
anything.
fucking dead animal. Who cares?
What if he's suffocated to death?
Yeah, no, that's
we
what
theorized that. We said
That was one of my
Chubbs
theories.
was just sleeping.
I thought
He killed him by putting him in the.
No, he's just in a really long coma.
I thought he kind of froze to death.
He's so
but-
fucking dead.
Small mammals do hibernate sometimes.
Oh, we fucking killed Chubbs, dude. He's so dead.
Well, we picked him
He's
up
so-
and he was stiff as a rock.
fucking
Yeah.
killed
I
him.
don't think hibernating animals do that. I don't think if you go into a bear cave when they're all hibernating, you pick them up, they stay there stiff as can be. I think they wake up and eat you.
Bears are pretty heavy. I don't think you can pick them up.
You don't know me.
Gas bears out.
Well, if you manage to get it on your shoulders and then
Yeah.
squat it up.
Yeah, it was a baby bear.
Oh, it's a
Yes,
cub.
man.
It's a cub.
Fresh. freshly born,
Yeah.
like 10 pounds.
It's still wet and bloody from
Oh,
the vagina.
God.
Jesus
God.
Christ.
And it's already hibernating.
It's already hibernating.
Okay.
Coming out of the womb was like, well, I came out the wrong time.
I
Guess
think
it's time to go to sleep.
No,
Describing
they
a
all give
stillborn birth.
birth at like
I don't-
they all give birth while they're in hibernation.
That's fucking crazy.
Oh,
Have
well.
you guys not watched Planet Earth?
No,
Well,
like
We have,
Obviously
and I
not
have not
enough.
seen that.
No,
Well, Paul
No,
was.
they-
And ladies and gentlemen, at this point in the podcast, everyone started talking over each other. All thanks to some drunk idiots, aka my lovely girlfriend, who I love so much. But yeah, in the future we will try to avoid this. This is the only cut we're making this podcast because we are too lazy to make any other cuts. But yeah, so don't worry. Please continue listening and
All the
enjoy.
baby cubs
Are you raising
flying
your
out of the
hand?
cave
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Yes,
Well,
they do come
as
out.
babies.
Wow.
They do
Technically,
give
they're
birth during
not
winter time.
sleeping their whole time during hibernation.
They
If
should be.
No, they go up. They go through like.
They go through sleep cycles.
It's
Yeah,
a REM
basically-
cycle.
REM sleep.
Not really. It's like
No.
it's basically awake and asleep so that they can fight off like
So they
infection
wake up
and
and
stuff.
give
So
birth.
when they're awake, they might have babies. It's possible.
I think
I
we
imagine
should.
Not
when
sleeping.
I think it would make
several
society a
small
lot
creatures
better.
climb out of you.
I think it would make society a lot better if we just give all the pregnant women melatonin while they're fucking going through birth, and then
It's
you don't have to.
They used to
Society,
You don't have to hear them.
society is great because of pregnant women.
What?
Yep.
Guys!
Who the hell
Yep.
invited her?
I'm not sure.
Paul actually did.
And
Second
she's
that.
drunk.
They're
and
so radiant.
I want to kick you off right now.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Too many to back that
You
up,
guys
Stetson.
wouldn't hear pregnant brain unless pregnant.
pregnant brain. What are you pregnant?
Are you
No.
pregnant, Stetson?
This is how she tells him.
On
In front of all of us.
This is a good
On the
time to let
podcast.
you know that I am pregnant.
Well,
No, I'm not.
anyone got a coat hanger?
I'm not.
I got a paper clip.
That'll work.
Hey, none of you bitches would be here unless pregnant.
Yeah, but I still think we should
Okay,
get all.
all right.
Well, the joke
I was
now
like,
is kind of
I'm number
expired
3 of
because
Yeah,
6.
exactly.
It's not like I'm
That's
anything
what,
special.
That's what my goal
I mean,
is,
come
to
on.
inspire
You're-
every pregnant joke.
Or any joke, anything else. So
Is that a
your
category
job,
of jokes?
So your job
I
is
don't
to make
say
our
pregnant jokes
podcast
at all.
dull.
Yes.
Your job is to make our
You need
podcast
to
dull.
diversify.
That is not good.
I mean, I know
we
it's
might have to
shitty. I'm not.
we might not. We might not
release
even release this episode because it's so bad.
Jesus
That's like a really good way to keep yourself humble.
What?
That's really my goal.
Just
You know,
remember-
I mean, you start getting full of yourself. You say, "Why
Listen,
are you
the
so
first
fucking
3
full of
podcasts were amazing.
Yeah.
And
All
then
right,
there's
all right.
this.
The
No,
first
no,
2
I'm-
were
what
pretty
I'm-
good. The last one,
I
we were
remember the
blacked
last-
out for the
I don't
half.
care.
First half
I
of the
don't-
last one was good.
Yes.
I don't.
Yes, I'll agree with
It
that.
turned to shit at the end.
As they sang on
Remind them what
XKCD,
their
you see
origins
somebody
are.
getting really full of themselves, you think, "Come on, keep
Stetson, notice how Nina is waiting to talk instead of interrupting people and just
Interrupt
talking over
everyone,
them.
Nina.
You got to keep things in
You're a
perspective.
woman.
You got to
Hear the
remember
roar.
you were once shoved headfirst through somebody's vagina. You know, like it happens
Shoved.
to all of us.
I was shoved
Yes.
there.
By her muscles.
I guess so. Yeah.
It's pretty violent, yeah.
Nina.
You,
Nina doesn't want to have
he
babies.
remembers it well.
No.
All right,
Anyways, I would like to make this interesting. Joe, would you like to make a slap bet?
Oh.
Do it. Do
With
it.
you?
With me?
Do
I don't
it.
want to slap you.
How many slaps?
She'll slap you.
I know
One
you'll
slap.
slap me. I've gotten fucking punched by Paul. I don't
We
care.
could start low for the first slap bet, like 2 slaps.
I'm not slapping you, Nina. I can't.
You're
slap
allowed to
you.
I'll
give
s-
it
Slap
away.
me in a heartbeat.
You-
I would slap. Well, if
Fuck
Paul would
you.
allow me to slap you.
That's power right there.
If Paul would allow me to slap you, yes.
Like that's
Nina
gonna
is
give more
way too
respect
nice.
than
to slap.
power.
That means nothing.
I feel like he's trying to give you more respect than power.
No, he's scared.
No, it's more
Honestly,
being
it's
respectful
fair.
that she's your girlfriend.
No, it's fear.
He might break his wrist.
Okay, whatever. Pat, would you like to make a slap bet
Sure.
with me?
Yeah.
We'll start low. Okay, 2 slaps.
First of all, what's the bet?
Okay. For anyone who doesn't watch How I Met Your Mother, a slap bet it's just a bet, but the
You
bet
slap
is based
people.
on slaps, but the slaps can happen at any time, any place, and there are
That was
only
just-
2 slaps, basically.
We'll negotiate
Easy.
the price after.
So
the
I don't
extra.
get how
Okay.
this
Yeah.
works though.
Okay, you
It's
lose
not
the
even
bet, you
bet.
get slapped across
Okay.
the same
Okay.
way
I
as
thought you
It's
guys
not
bet
that
off of the slaps. I'm like,
No.
so
Listen to Nina.
you're a terrible explanation.
Listen to Nina.
Okay, so
I already knew what a slap bet was.
Everyone stop listening.
Okay, go on.
So my bet is going to be based off what we talked about earlier, and it's going to be who will be a better wingman for our good friend Joey,
Because he can't do it
because
himself.
he cannot do it himself.
Oh
So-
god, that's fucking brutal.
Basically, the next time that me and Pat both go out,
You do have like 100% win rate so far.
I do. So just
What
saying.
was the one time you hooked him up with someone? Tell us that story.
His previous girlfriend?
No, it wasn't Alicia.
No.
My ex.
Oh, fucking Alex?
Yeah.
Nina hooked you up? I thought Morgan did.
I mean, she takes credit for
I
it,
thought
but
Morgan did.
No. I talked him up the night that they
I do. Have to
went
finish.
home and slept.
Nice.
Anyways, so
I didn't know that.
So
I didn't know
here's
How
you
many
what-
did that
slaps?
then.
How many slaps?
I'm saying a low bet just for the first time, 2 slaps. Easy.
At any time.
Just
Anytime,
is
and
it,
and we'll have a slap bet
What's the-
officiator.
what-
I vote Jeremy.
I'll be the commissioner.
what's the
Both
so
parties
what's-
have to be
what's the
informed
limit?
once the
What's
bet has been
limit?
won.
Like does Joey is it a success if Joey makes out with them, or is it? A
It's
success?
just who gets him farther with a girl on. You could say
Okay,
2
well.
separate nights.
Well, yeah, because let's be honest.
Yeah,
some nights
yeah. So 2
I mean,
separate
Schultz
nights.
can get an over the pants
So-
hand job and make out with a different chick in one night, but that's then again
Okay.
they were freshmen, so they're vulnerable.
We have no idea what their age is.
Freshmen are racist pieces of shit.
They could have been high schoolers. We don't know.
Yeah, they could have been high
God.
schoolers.
Oh, stop.
Here-
Jeremy, calm down.
Look, I am erect. Joey is
Not
really,
again.
Joey is really volatile with women. He could have a very good night the first night and a not so good night the other night. You know, so it seems unfair to leave the randomness of chance.
But
to-
the wingman.
But he
That's
doesn't-
the job of the
But Joey
everything.
doesn't. Joey isn't a factor in how he is with girls.
I thought
Yeah.
the bet
He
was
is.
how far
You
Joey
could
gets.
put
Yeah,
a
but
cardboard
it's
cutout of Joey and Joey in the same room. They wouldn't know the difference.
I'm also not
It's all
necessarily-
dependent on the wingman, or if the girl's into his looks enough to and drunk enough just to be like, hey, you,
how drunk they are.
hey, like you look
And
pretty
how
cute.
drunk you are? Are you
This
kidding
is
me?
really
Yeah. The drunker Joey is, the more into other girls he is.
I've never heard this theory before. I assumed I couldn't get women because I was unattractive, but maybe it's just the wingman. You know?
It's an easy
fall guy. You know,
It's the wingman. It's the wingman.
Okay, so basically, what I'm saying is, it doesn't have to be because Joey he's a romantic guy, so it can be even
pretty
getting him to text the girl the next day, maybe.
No, you gotta wait 3 days.
That's dumb.
Another How I Met
Hey,
Your Mother.
that's from How I Met Your
I
Mother,
know,
though.
I know.
That's from How I Met Your Mother, because I saw one episode
Yeah, no,
about
that's-
it.
Don't wait 3 days. It's dumb.
That's what I'm saying.
Just
Girls make the move first.
DM her right as soon as you
Alex,
as soon as
Alex.
you walk away. Just start.
I've
Just
never
that's
been-
tell us about how you.
Wait,
force
we gotta
yourself into
finish
it.
the
Oh, sorry.
slap bet
Oh,
first.
okay.
Finish the slap bet
Yeah,
first.
so you slap them and whoever gets.
So
the
basically,
first,
we have to shake on it.
yeah. Notice how they shake on it, Schultz. Refer to episode 1 of the podcast.
Shake,
You're like
shake.
50
Two
fucks
slaps
shit.
for
watching a
Joey
bigger one.
with a girl, whether it be romantically or sexually.
What night?
Is Jeremy
Any night.
official?
One
right?
night.
We're gonna have two
the
separate
first
nights.
one.
I'm watching
The
it.
first one.
I'm
Two
watching
separate
the
nights.
handshake. Gonna watch it.
You're gonna slap
I'll
me.
make,
and-
I'll make the stipulation.
Commissioner, make
I'll
sure
make,
it's a-
I'll make the stipulation and say that it cannot be a friend.
Right.
Okay.
So Alicia's
Oh, I
out of the
can't fuck
question.
Joey,
And
dude.
on-
That's not a friend. She's
Fuck! I was gonna
shit.
throw this whole thing, dude. Okay, they shook everyone. It was a good handshake. It was very solid contact.
Thank you.
Joey,
for
I don't
making
want to be
this
friends with
up.
you anymore.
No problem.
Hey, Pat, want to hook me up with some of your friends?
Yeah, there's 4 of them right around this table right now.
I'm gonna fuck Joey tonight.
All right. So speaking of how to talk to women, Stetson, as you were.
Who is Alex?
Who is Alex? The world may never know. Who is Joe Schultz? The world may never know. Anyways, Stetson, would you
I'm gonna get fucked over by this podcast someday.
tell us about
Mama Schultz. Mama
your
Schultz.
your way of forcing yourself into people's lives and then getting relationships out of that?
I mean, I personally think that waiting for guys is pretty stupid.
Yeah.
Because boys are dumb.
Jeremy, yeah.
Boys are pretty
Yeah.
dumb. Especially boys named Paul are pretty dumb, and you can't understand anything they're trying to tell you. So
That's on you.
you roll into their life about
You.
October 9th.
Wow, getting oddly
Holy
specific.
shit.
I don't remember our anniversary. So thanks for the remembers. Now I have this podcast to go back on. What day was it again? Oh, yeah.
And you roll into their life and you go, hey, what the hell are we? What is going on here? And that's why we're still
Can we
dating.
talk about what happened before that? How you would just show up
Oh, I
randomly.
just show up blacked out and hope that he doesn't kick me out.
That was the start.
It
of
obviously
You
worked
see-
for you.
And
It's
that-
obviously the start of a beautiful relationship.
If he wasn't
That's
attracted
really-
to you, that would be horrible.
As another opinion, this sounds
Hey,
awful to me.
if a girl would do that to you,
in way too deep. Help me.
that would be absolutely terrible if you weren't.
Slowly
It
get out
is.
of that relationship.
Terrible.
Oh my god. Fucking Paul just like, how do I get out of this now?
It's 2 a.m. You hear a knock on the door.
There wasn't even a knock. I just walked.
Yeah, no,
in.
she just threw the door open. Sup, bitches, I'm here. She didn't say anything, but that's kind of what it felt like.
Probably just chuckled.
Paul wished
That's
that.
Okay.
Here we are.
Uh,
I just wish I liked
audience, if you have any suggestions, feel free to comment on our YouTube video
I
on
feel
what I
like
should
I'm in
do
a
about
very
this.
dangerous
This is
trap
pointed
between
to
them.
Ginger Matt and Tucker.
Our 2 listeners. Although because Nina's featured on this, we probably have Lauren and Amanda actually listening to this.
And my
Which
roommate.
brings
Who's
our
the other
total
one?
to 4.
Oh, Taylor?
No, I
She
mean
has
my current,
3
my other
roommates.
2 roommates you haven't met yet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, you moved?
Have you not lived in an apartment
I
yet?
don't live on campus anymore.
Wow.
Oh, I
You've
invited.
never been to her
I've
apartment?
invited you
Never.
to my apartment, but you
When?
never showed up. When I had that nice brunch.
It's coming back.
She's also had multiple.
When did you have a brunch?
I've also had multiple campfires.
I have been to
I've
multiple
never gotten
campfires.
invited to any of those.
Yes, I have.
Yes, you have. I invited you to her campfire the one time. You and Mitch had just gotten, but it was after tailgating, so
Oh, well.
that was understandable. But
Yeah.
the brunch, you definitely could.
What was the brunch?
It was just you go
I
over and she makes you
literally
food and
made,
you
like,
eat it.
$100
It was awesome.
I
worth
would
of
do
food,
that.
and no one did like.
No, there was a lot of people there.
Yeah, there were a lot. There were more.
There were a lot of people there. It just wasn't
Classic mom being a mom.
Mhm.
I need more drink. God damn it.
Hey, great. I say we chug for a little bit.
Fuck Joey,
Have a
speak.
drink. Joey,
I've
speak.
been-
Oh, Joey talking, everyone speak.
Yeah, for our guests.
Joey talks
Anytime Joey
and
talks.
speak is what Paul just said.
Everyone just starts screaming.
I kind of just said
I
Joey
know.
talked and then started screaming random gibberish, but you know what I meant, audience, and
Everybody knows what happens when Joey speaks.
everyone, the listeners who are
As Paul slaps the
Table again.
half of a handle of Calico Jack on the table
Calico Jack, the drink of professionals.
in a plastic bottle.
Yes.
Absolutely.
With an old corny logo of a
And there's
Jolly
the other one.
Roger. Yeah. Cherry Spice.
This episode is 100% never going anywhere.
Yeah, because
It's never
because
going
you
to
ruined it.
fucked it up.
I only fucked up about
That's probably for
10
the best.
minutes
I
of
think I
it.
needed some practice.
And they have to
getting
find
it.
that. and get rid of it.
I feel like we
Please
lost.
cut me out.
We lost Sahil and we lost Mitch,
Well, we
Alright,
all we
Mitch-
lost Mitch
Mitch
double.
just giggled.
and we brought in too much new talent.
Mitch just giggles.
Just-
It's just giggles. At least
difficulty
Hill has intelligent
Are you
things to talk
mixing?
about.
Yes.
That's
So
what he
if
always
this
does.
doesn't get
Why
released,
not?
do I get to go on a different episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
cool.
just
We'll have one without.
we'll
Stetson.
try to
We
have
can
Sahil.
maybe combine parts of this with
Just
I won't
sober
come next time,
Stetson.
they can
Sober
come.
Stetson.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll
you don't
figure
want
it
Sober Stetson. Sober Stetson's not fun.
Well,
yeah, and doesn't ruin podcasts.
That's
no.
fair. That's a fair argument.
What's our time at, Schultz?
I didn't
22
ruin
minutes.
any.
We should
podcasts.
probably
You
switch
guys
the
brought me
questions
into
before this gets even worse.
Before we go into questions, anybody have any funny
Hey,
stories?
audience. What?
Any last funny stories?
I don't think
Anybody?
anything funny's happened.
Nina,
besides
Pat, anything?
drop kicking pheasants and shooting them in the face.
Funny
There was
stories.
one. There was one.
Funny
Not a-
stories. I'm dating Paul. My
Oh
life
my
is full of funny stories.
Yeah, because I'm
That's a good one.
hilarious.
It's more
Duh, because I'm
humiliating.
fucking hilarious.
No.
Funny, haha, not funny. Like, what's that funny smell?
Yeah,
Well,
not
we
that
did
funny.
pick each other's noses and fart on each other's faces. So.
Oh, that's my favorite. That's cute.
We don't fart in each other's faces.
Anymore.
Not yet.
Anymore.
Not yet.
Is that the next step?
Oh, yeah, you'll get there.
You gotta draw lines.
Let's do some.
somewhere.
Let's do some.
There are no
Let's
lines.
do some rapid fire
Except for anal.
questions.
She hasn't gotten there yet.
Yeah, not purposely. Accidentally. It's really unfortunate.
It slips sometimes.
on the backstroke, you know.
On the backstroke, of course.
Really
All
unfortunate.
right. Any other stories? Anyone? Nina? Nothing exciting. Pat? You just kind of study.
Hey, come on. You want me to talk deep philosophical shit about logic? I got you. But getting drunk, I don't remember much of it.
Pat, tell us your whale joke.
We have gotten
I
to
was
this
hoping
point.
not to
Just
give
give
a whale
it
joke.
2 minutes of your whale joke.
I have
2 minutes of the
I
whale
have
joke.
multiple whale jokes.
The,
you know?
the whale joke.
No.
Not the one.
I don't like this. I'm being prostituted out for it. You know. my
Come on, Pat.
liability.
You can have some Calico Jack
Come on,
if you
Pat.
tell your joke.
You're gonna give me alcohol if I tell the whale joke.
Yes.
I know how to motivate you.
All right, hurry up. We're wasting time. Our
All
audience
right.
is like, what the fuck's happening right now?
All right, so these two whales walk into a bar,
Okay.
and the first whale says,
I wish the audience could see his face.
Is this an alarm going on?
and the second whale says, Frank, you're drunk.
There's an alternate version of that joke, if I'm not mistaken, where you go on another 5 minutes. Is that
The
correct?
first time he told it to us, I swear it was like 10 minutes or something.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually we just started having like side conversations.
Yeah, we're like, all
Guys
right,
all
yeah.
making whale noises.
Oh. So yeah, there's that. Okay.
I can't believe it came to that.
Speaking of other jokes,
These are dark days.
so I spent the other day tying together a bunch of wristwatches into a belt, and you know what? It was a complete waste of
Oh
time.
my god, I fucking hate you.
I
Stupid.
hate you.
So much.
Oh,
Stupid.
What a great
That
joke!
was a terrible
I
joke.
What a great joke!
If you laughed at that, please exit our podcast.
I have a.
oh,
just
it
to-
was a waste of time. Oh my god.
You just got Pat. Thank you, Pat. Appreciate it.
God fucking damn it.
All right. Let's move into questions. Hurry up. So, audience, this is what you've all been waiting for. This is always the best part of the podcast, and I'm not blacked out, so you know,
Yeah, maybe.
it's a win-win-win.
You're close.
So would you rather always have to say everything on your mind, or never be able to speak again?
There's a lot of. Oof.
Schultz, go.
I'm always the guinea pig, aren't I?
Well, do you want me to
me to
start?
start?
I'll start. I'll start.
Yeah, you
We're
start.
good.
I already have an
Okay.
answer.
This is
Okay.
I gotta
an
think
easy
about this
question.
one.
All right, audience, we're gonna go the other way around this time. So instead of going,
No,
starting
I already
with
have
Schultz-
my answer.
No, I do too. I had it before you because I figured out the question. So, audience, for those of you who don't know me, I pretty much always say what's on my mind, no matter who it offends. So it really doesn't really affect me. I like to speak and I like to tell people how stupid and dumb they look. So, gonna have to go with always say everything on my mind because I already kind of do that. Pat, go.
But also, it's kind of nice because if he gives you a compliment, it means it's real.
I give real
It's
compliments,
very true.
but it's not.
But if you're feeling dumb, if you ever want to feel dumb, Paul will let you know that you're dumb.
Yeah, it's true. I am realistic. Pat, go.
Yeah, I'd definitely go with telling the truth all the time and just fucking letting it fly. Just I don't care. I mean, after a while, people get used to it, and you know,
Just
who
realize
knows?
you're an asshole and be like,
They'll
all
just
right,
realize,
hey,
yeah.
Hey,
this is
you
our
are
friend.
you know?
Yeah, there it is.
Go on.
Jeremy.
Well, I talk too much as it is. I mean, I haven't spoken at all during this podcast.
No, you
You make some
haven't.
great chicken noises.
Oh yeah, other than my chicken noises, I know. Well, to be honest, most of the time,
We have
in my-
Jeremy on our podcast? What?
most of the time, what's going on in my brain?
Have
are
you
chicken
both
noises? So,
spoken what's on your mind and not said anything at a certain point in your life?
yeah, usually it's either.
I feel like we're really spicy enough.
When I do talk, it's usually coming from my mind. It's not coming from anywhere else. But like, I don't know.
Just imagine how
would-
different the story.
I'm trying to
Are you
think.
sure you've
Just,
never talked from your
just
dick?
imagine how different the
It's all
story
time.
from episode 2 when you talked about your Tinder date would have gone.
Oh my-
I know that's
If
what
you
I'm
talked
thinking
about
about.
what
I'm
was
thinking
on your
about think about like last night whenever I like seeing an attractive girl and how different things.
Hey,
could be.
bitch, I want to fuck you.
Other-
Oh,
it's
did
like,
that come out?
Oh, man.
You're hot.
I-
I'm staring at your tits.
That was a joke in the Dave Chappelle special that just came out.
Oh, spoilers, Pat.
Well,
It just came out.
Wonder Woman's got a lasso that makes people tell the truth. Like, what good's that gonna do? She throws it around you, and you're like, ah, nice tits.
So I would definitely say what's all in my mind, but I definitely would probably have a very little success in the relationship category if that was a thing. But it's still better than not speaking.
To each their own.
Yeah.
If you meet the right person.
All right.
I mean, if it meets the right person, yeah, you know.
Hey, bitch.
Yeah,
Hey, bitch.
a lot.
All right, you're
good thing that the rat isn't here because he would definitely go to fucking jail.
Yeah.
His
The
ass.
emancipated rat.
Yeah, he'd
No,
be.
he would-
already
no,
speaks
no,
his
it would
mind.
happen in this order. He would get the shit kicked out.
Oh yeah, dude, we would go. There would be one black person passing away. He'd be like, "I smell monkey around here," and his ass would have got put 6 feet under. That's how bad that would have gone.
And then he would go to jail. And then he would get the shit kicked out of him
In
again in jail.
All right, Stetson, what do you got?
This is a really easy question. I would 100% go say whatever is on your mind.
Alright.
That's
Alright,
not.
cool.
You've contributed enough. Go on.
All right.
Yeah, I'm already an honest person, I think, so I'm gonna
But you're
say,
also a really nice person, and everyone knows you as a nice person. So could you go through your life knowing
Being not a nice person.
being not a nice person? Because
Am I
we know how
not a nice
judgmental you
person?
are.
I'm not that judgmental.
You are.
I would say definitely what's on my mind.
Yeah.
Easy.
Fair enough. Pat?
Well, I think you gotta think about your relationships. You know, if you really keep silent about who you are, then you have an easy time making relationships. But they're gonna have to be pretty superficial in the end. You know, if you say what's on your mind, then people see who you really are, and it's gonna make it kind of hard to interact with certain people. But if you know you are who you are, then don't waste your time with those people.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Joey?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
Teeth.
Yeah, teeth.
Fucking teeth.
Fucking teeth.
Is that podcast?
Refer to episode 1.
Episode 1. Yeah, no, I'd probably stay quiet and just not talk.
You already
ever
do
again.
that.
I mean, so there wouldn't be any difference because I keep.
So
everything-
everyone in this room kind of does
Just-
whatever they do.
Yeah, I already keep everything that I would think in my head, which I don't.
I'd like to
want
see you do
out.
the opposite, though. to be
I
honest.
would
that'd be
also like to
awesome.
see
I would
that.
love to see you just.
Say
Hey,
whatever
you're-
is on your fucking
Hey, you're
mind.
a cunt. Stop. You're a fucking idiot.
I feel like a little of that's released when I get really drunk.
Yeah, that's true.
But like not to the
Still.
full extent of everything that.
So
I
we
should
just
be
need a
saying.
TV perpetually blacked out, and then
Yeah, and then-
it'll be a perfect specimen.
Well, almost. I still like have to make sure I didn't say things that I should when I'm blacked out, and I usually don't. So. All right.
All right.
Yeah, I'd say what's
Yeah.
on my mind.
Yep.
I got
Fair
nothing
enough.
else to contribute
All
to
right.
that.
All right. So that was a quick one.
Yeah.
All right, Schultz, you're gonna like this one. Okay, so would you rather be only able to listen to Nickelback songs,
God. I like where this is going.
or reread all 56 pages of iTunes terms and conditions every day for the rest of your life?
Fucking crazy. Like, what was the first choice?
Nickelback.
Only be able to listen to Nickelback songs.
See, I too have done both already.
Yeah, so.
Jeremy, so you have both listened to Nickelback and read through the terms and conditions. How about
No,
you
I
start us
haven't.
off?
I haven't fucking read the terms and conditions. God damn, I could be donating a kidney tomorrow for all I fucking know. Who knows?
It's the human centipede.
Yeah,
Centipede.
Oh, centipede. Sorry.
Sounds like
Dude,
that.
yeah.
South Park there.
Yeah, I mean, dude, how long's that shit? I don't even know.
56 pages.
56? Holy
56
shit.
pages every day. You have to sit down and read it, or only listen to Nickelback.
So I haven't read that much since like fucking elementary school. Whenever I read the Boxcar Children, that was like my last that was like the first and last book I've ever fucking read. So, and I'm pretty sure
It's a
that
good
was like
series.
in the 45 page long.
What about the Hardy Boys?
Oh, I had
That shit was my
like
dream.
I only they had pictures on each chapter page that I looked at, and I kind of like pieced together the story.
Yeah, you need
I
big
read
pictures.
comics, and that's because they have pictures and less words.
You read comics in the comments on Pornhub.
No, I write the comments on Pornhub. I don't read that shit. But yeah, so I mean, Nickelback, you know, they get a bad rap,
They do.
and they're not really that.
We should tell about the story. of how they- all right.
Yeah, they're not a bad band.
Everybody likes Photograph.
But yeah,
Look at this girl.
Holy shit! No one has ever said those words before. You heard it here first.
No, but really.
yeah, I definitely would. I would listen to Nickelback
Yeah.
and not fucking read 56.
But only
pages.
Nickelback.
But yeah, I guess
fine.
only Nickelback. Well, they really need to put out new music. Yeah, they need to come
All right,
back.
we'll go this way. Pat?
Well, you know, I really like music too much to only listen to that fucking disgusting shit that comes from north of the border. But also, if you read the terms and conditions every day, that's 56 pages of legal shit. You could probably be like a notary. Hell, you could be a lawyer by like I don't know, like a year down the line because you read that shit and you know it. Also, you learn you could probably learn how Apple or you know is probably trying to screw everyone over. You know, and you can figure out their master plan just by reading their terms and conditions for the rest of your life. And also, you know, I should probably read more. So 56 pages of terms and conditions probably would do me pretty good.
Hey, just so you know, listeners, I moved my seat from right in front of the microphone to way on the corner, so hopefully I'm not bleeding
way
your
on the
eardrums.
corner. You moved 2.5 feet to the left.
Bleeding your eardrums anymore. I am not. Yeah, but look how close you are relative to me. We got this hypotenuse going on.
Okay, so there's that, and when you talk, you were like this.
Yeah, exactly. So when I get drunk, I get super. Okay. Anyways, so you're gonna talk about Nickelback and how they got the bad rap from Reddit and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. So Schultz will go into more depth about this, but you know, Nickelback, they're not that bad. People the internet just shits on them because of a certain reason, which Schultz will go into in a second. Their music isn't bad. I will listen to their music, you know, enjoyably a few times here and there. But like Pat said, I love all music too much that I need diversity.
Mm-hmm.
I am a DJ. I fucking love
Can
all
we all
music.
just imagine a party with Paul just DJing?
Just
Nickelback.
Like DJ
everyone, 3, 2, 1. Look at this crowd! Everyone just loses their shit and takes off their shirts and wow.
The 8th time in a row!
And the drum beat carries on. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, you know, I could use some reading lessons here and there, and like Pat said, you know, you could get some legal insight here and there from reading that terms and conditions.
You definitely
over and over
could.
again. Me being so musically inclined and just loving all music, I cannot be subject to one band. I need more.
Isn't that a form of torture? Like
it is.
You listen to the same kind of music.
It probably is.
Again?
I can imagine that. That is, unless you're Joey or Nina who only listens to alternative.
That's not true at all.
Okay, well, you can explain.
Alternative is also very diverse.
I'm just making fun of you. It's a joke. Ha, laugh. Okay, so that's my input. Schultz, get into it, buddy. Get into it, Schultz.
Hey.
A few months ago, me and Paul just listened to Nickelback.
For some reason. It came on shuffle, I think, on my laptop. We're like, hey, look, Nickelback.
Yeah.
And we're like, wait, this is actually not bad.
Yeah, this is a few of their songs.
First time you heard that on the internet.
Yeah, a few of their songs are actually pretty good. Photograph is a piece of shit.
Look at this graph!
Yeah, but so we looked more into it. I found this Reddit thread about why Nickelback is hated so much, and it turns out it all goes back to who they signed with. They signed with some
heavy metal.
Yeah, some really heavy metal
producer.
And because of that, they were only known they were known through the metal community as being awful because they are not a fucking really hardcore metal band. They're just
you can imagine all the screamo like Slipknot and there's
Creed,
fucking screamos.
Yeah, and then
Nickelback comes along. It's just and the drum beat carries on. And they're like, what the fuck is this shit? So it's it's not that there's shitty music. It's just
some guy went on a talk show or something, some metalhead or something like that. And, he was asked about Nickelback. He was like, "Oh yeah, they're fucking shit," and then it just became a meme, because of just that one talk show that happened.
And the internet just took it to the most extreme. And they're like, "Yeah, this guy's got a unique voice. Let's make fun of him even more because half the people already here hate him. You might as well just keep making fun of him."
Yeah. So that being said, I fucking love all sorts of music. I would still read the terms and conditions.
Yeah.
I'm not listening.
We have nothing. Schultz and I, I'm not saying we like Nickelback. We wouldn't mind listening to their music. But Schultz is also musically inclined, and we just need that diversity.
Yeah, exactly.
Joey!
Since I only listen to one type of music, it's only alternative. Nickelback wouldn't be that bad. Just listen to one band all the time. Also, I never read anything and could not live reading 56 pages a day. So I'm going to go just listening to Nickelback. And if I don't really want to listen to Nickelback, I just want to listen to anything.
You can listen to human music. And just kind of code in, just beeps and boops. I mean, you're a robot, so you'll
This is really bold. We're stepping outside the
Good.
tradition.
Joey, I appreciate your diversity there.
Yeah.
Pat, what do you got?
Well, I think the way you guys are looking at this, you're sort of pretending that things are gonna be normal after you've read the terms and conditions every morning for 10 years of your life. Like, let's be honest, we're gonna go fucking insane. Like, we're gonna be fucking crazy. There's no way out of this where we're intact, mentally. So you gotta start thinking, like, what kind of person am I?
Have you read the terms and conditions?
When I go off the deep end, like. Am I gonna become like a Jehovah's Witness, but like with iTunes? Like, have you read the Word and Savior of our Lord Steve Jobs? Like, look at the beautiful text of this document. In here is the most profound truths of how we should live our lives. Or you start listening to Nickelback and you're like, I have achieved transcendence through his lyrics.
Option.
It's hard to say. I mean, I have memories of Nickelback because when I was a kid, me and my sister had this video game, American Idol pop singer.
I thought it was gonna be like Nickelback, the fucking video game. Fucking look at this graph! No, don't!
Skip
so
cutscene, skip.
Me and my sister used to hang out.
Be like Slender Man, but every time you turn around, it's like, look at this graph.
I think I have to go with the terms and conditions. I couldn't listen to the Nickelback.
Yeah, this is easy for me. I like music a lot, and I don't only listen to one kind of music. Just putting that out there, I just don't listen to country, and that's why they're giving me shit.
So you listen to metal?
I have.
Do you?
I've given it a chance.
Do you though?
But do you still?
I don't
listen to them
constantly. But I have given it a chance.
Have you given country a chance?
Yes, I have. I just don't like it.
Yeah. So can you also say you don't like metal?
I like country.
I don't appreciate You
can just say you don't like metal.
I don't really like metal, but
so what?
like,
Do you like classic rock?
I do a lot.
Okay,
actually.
so you got like classic rock and alternative rock.
Clack, motherfucker.
Hey, you guys ever hear of the Wild Thornberries? I'm Nigel Thornberry.
Hey, watch that show.
Hey, audience, I'm getting kind of drunk.
He's a true American hero.
I just want to read.
I just want to listen to Nigel.
Are you going to read us the terms and conditions?
I want to read a passage from
the terms and conditions.
The terms and conditions.
What page is this on?
This is page number 1. We gotta start with the class.
Is it the King James version?
No, this is the Book of Genesis. If you would.
Jobs?
Yes, of Steve Jobs. This is how far I usually get into it. When I first got an iPod, I was like, okay, I'll just take a gander. I got these terms or conditions. Create a contact between you and the Apple agreement. Please read the agreement carefully to confirm your understanding and acceptance of the agreement. Why the fuck is this in quotation marks? And click agree. And then I usually exit out of it. But I'm looking through this. There's a lot of good dialogue in here. We can really learn something about.
Is it a play? Please tell me Shakespeare's.
Dude, if I was rating this, I would just hide.
Spam faggot.
The Christmas to be or not to be monologue was actually in part inspired by the EULA.
This is why we have you, Patrick. Thank you.
Wow, there's a lot of good things.
I thought you were gonna read one passage, but
do you want to read a passage? You want to fuck me?
If you read it every day for the rest of your life, you're gonna be able to get it down in under 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna be able to read that shit so fucking fast.
And it's gonna be such a small part of your life, and then you can basically go on living like a normal person, and not pretty much have to give up music or listen to all Nickelback.
Imagine walking to class every single day, listening to Nickelback.
I can do
Think
it.
about it.
I would do it.
I would simply just choose
day.
not to listen to
music.
Wow. You know when you're trying to avoid that person that you don't want to talk to?
Never made it as a wise man. Never cut it as a poor man stealing.
I have my
You remind me of what I really am. This is how
the perfect ending to this terrible podcast.
No,
singing Nickelback.
Should we get another?
It's 63 minutes.
Oh God!
Although we're cutting half this shit out.
Might as well.
It's gonna be down
we can do one more quick.
10 minutes of
do
material.
one more quick one. Do you guys want?
Yeah.
What is this? I'm not reading this.
Tesson, by the way, audience, Tesson just left the room, so.
And all of a sudden, our podcast became good.
Oh my God! The podcast became actually good for once. Wow, it's amazing.
I really think it's because Nina's actually not distracted now.
Yeah. Okay. Easy one. All right, we'll start with Pat and go around this way. So, would you rather have vaginas for ears or penises for fingers? Go. Pat.
These are
This is so
profound
easy.
questions, Paul. Please allow me some time to grasp the complexities.
All right, then Joey, you start.
I got this.
All right, Schultz, why
Yeah.
you?
I would definitely rather have penises for fingers.
Okay, why?
Vaginas for
holes.
ears? Fuck that. That's just. First of all, you wouldn't be able to hear anything ever.
I mean, they're holes.
You're wrong.
Oh, can
No.
I'm sorry. Can
They work like.
oh, we got a woman in the room. Nina, can your vagina listen to things?
Is it a connection to an ear canal though? That's the difference.
That's how I know not to talk to frat boys.
Hey, I'm in a frat.
Okay, no,
Yeah.
you can't hear with a fucking vagina, Paul.
I'm not entitled.
All right, so that's Schultz. All right.
Yeah.
So
Penis for
Schultz
fingers.
is going penis for fingers. You will
You
will drop into bronze, just so you know.
Dude, I'll play with my feet. I'll learn to play with
You'd
my
have
feet.
to be hard the entire time you're playing League.
All right. Porn on one screen, League on the other. Not much
What's the
different than what
difference?
I
What's the difference though? Aren't they the same?
I just play as a character with giant tits and just fucking
All right, Joey, what do you
Okay,
got?
but
misfortune.
You win.
Joey. Teeth.
What?
Guys!
It's an inside joke.
It's from episode
From the-
1 of our podcast, so if you listen to that, you'll get the joke.
Yeah, I'll catch up.
All right, you better. Joey.
I'm gonna go with vaginas for ears.
Okay, why?
I mean, you'd have to be hard the entire time.
You couldn't shake anybody's hand.
Yeah.
I
I mean, unless you were
unless you
hard.
you would have to
So, like, you'd have to
constantly
be,
be,
like-
on Viagra
What if
to
you-
be a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if you like just wore something over it?
So wait,
There's
Then you
plastic.
still have
can I
plastic dicks.
wait,
plastic
guys?
fingers.
Yes.
All right, can I get a
Cut your penises
clarification here?
Yeah.
So there are no bones in your penis.
They're
fingers.
all
They're
penises.
just
There's
straight
no-
up penises.
I feel like
The
you
only
can,
thing
That's the
you can
only
bend them
way
right
they
here.
can function with blood. Okay.
Yes,
got
so
it.
You can,
All right,
you
all
can
right.
bend them
Just
right
double checking.
here, but like from here up, they're floppy.
All right.
No, the entire
Like the
finger.
same amount of nerve endings
Like,
as well.
do you have any
Yeah.
control?
Because it'll
on
be a
the
really
finger?
painful
Same
life.
amount of nerve
Shutting your finger in a car door would be life changing.
No.
All
God.
right,
I have a question
Pat,
about that.
You'd have backups though.
but Pat, you're up.
It would still be painful.
Dude, you
Just
still
had
have
4
you still
dicks in the
have
car.
your
Your
born
other- your other-
genitalia.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Okay. So I think I'm gonna go with the pussy ears because, like, I really need to grasp things. You know, I make a lot of use of my hands. I'm a handy person, and you know, I mean, in spite of the interesting sexual things you could do with penis fingers, like,
You could.
To the
wow.
pink, from the stink.
I mean, both of those numbers could go up. Like, there's a lot of potential.
It's a lot of practice though.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go.
Are we
with
assuming
human
you're
fingers.
deaf with?
No.
No,
But they're vaginas. You can't hear with a
They just
vagina.
look. They just
they
look
just
like
look
vaginas.
stupid, and you kind of like sweat
And
out
you
your
can
ears.
That kind
sometimes.
of changes my answer.
When they get turned on, you just kind of like sweat out your ears.
Oh.
You just
what
kind of get
the
some liquid
fuck?
down your face.
What the? Wait.
I didn't.
I'm just sweating.
That.
Leave me
I'm just
alone.
sweating. Leave me alone. It's okay.
Wait.
Yeah, I think I changed my answer.
I want
to
to
that.
hear Nina's answer because she doesn't.
Nina
have
has a
penis
vagina, so
already.
she can like
Yeah.
she's the diversity here.
Well,
Yeah.
And
well,
Cecil
first,
left because she's a cunt, but you know.
I would like to point out that if this were real, then Joe could have sex. I mean, Schultz would could
I could
have sex with Joey by giving him a wet willy. Literally,
I just stick my finger in
No.
your vagina. ear.
But you gotta suck it first to make it wet. That's
No,
that's the
Joey's
catch.
already
No,
wet.
he's already gonna
He's
be
already sweating out of his
No,
ears.
but he still has to do the whole to make it wet. Otherwise, it's not
How
a
do
wet
you
willy.
have sex?
It's not.
How do you have sex? I don't usually lick my wiener and be like, all right, you ready, bitch?
How do you
not
get
a
wet
wet
willies?
willy.
You just stick your finger
No,
in their
the-
ear?
the
That's
finger
fucking
has to-
dry.
He's going from the wet willy.
Oh,
Unless you're like,
Oh.
you know, getting yourself some.
No, I'm gonna get
makeup.
hard and then fucking stick it in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't,
Fucking
Really?
jack off my finger.
you don't want to shove that shit in raw.
just see Schultz over there.
Right now.
Wait, how would I jack it off? I have penises
Oh,
on my
wait.
other hand. I'm completely changing my answers. I can't jack off. I got nope. Vaginas for ears.
What if you gotta-
I don't care if I
You
can't
gotta
hear.
drive. You gotta drive somewhere.
Yeah.
But you can't hear.
Yeah, okay.
Give me
I can't
palm
hear.
zone.
Nina.
Alright,
Yeah, so
your
do you
answer.
think of like you're trying to like work with things and you're
Alright.
just getting your own semen all over everything you try to hold on to? You're grabbing on the steering wheel.
And you're just like,
It's
right turn. All right, Nina, what do you got?
well, this is easy for me. I'm gonna say like vaginas for ears, but I still have like I'm still me.
You're so
right?
curious about the penises, aren't
No,
you?
well,
Just
my
want
no.
some.
My question is like I'm at the bars, like I see a hot guy, like If I had penis fingers, do I just like get an erection
Yes.
and be like, "Hello, how are you?" Like, no, I can't do that.
Yeah, it's
Vagina's
pretty
for
easy
ears.
for a woman. I feel like.
Easy.
All right, Jeremy.
And you can put a hat
hide
on.
your
You know,
bum,
put a hat on. Just like
Yeah.
always
Penis
wear a
fingers.
hat.
You have long
Or,
hair.
or
so
like a
Exactly.
yeah, or a scarf. Or,
You'll never
you
know it.
Yeah,
Ear-
put a scarf
ear-
around
ear-
your
ear-
yeah, put a scarf around your face.
Yeah, scarf on your ears.
Earwarmers.
Always
Yeah,
wearing
exactly.
ear
Earwarmers.
And then like, why is your ear leaving?
Just be like, hey, I'm turned on. That's what happens.
Sorry.
Jeremy,
Well,
you have both been erect and also had vagina for years.
I have tiny fingers.
So,
So, all right, well, let's just give them right away.
I just I don't want to have like tiny little dicks on my hand. I
You
mean,
still have your original dick, though.
but yeah, it's tiny too. So I just don't want. I don't want 11 tiny
Yeah,
dicks.
I only see that once.
yeah, 11 tiny dicks.
So I just don't. And I've also broken my hand too. So I'm picturing
Can you
my
imagine?
penis
Can you imagine
being
MMA
shattered.
fighting?
Oh
Can
my
you
God.
imagine MMA fighting with penis hands?
Yeah, and I can't imagine either like punching or grabbing someone with.
For record, Jeremy is an MMA fighter, so
I
having
just-
penis fingers obviously will work as his disability.
And I'm also like
maybe you could like fight in the retarded club.
I could go into the Special Olympics.
Yeah, little Johnny.
Hey, I'm retarded. I've got 10 extra pieces.
little
on
Johnny
my
fingers.
Here in the wrestling, we got Lil Johnny has Down syndrome. He has MS, and Jeremy has fucking 11 penis. Don't know how this happened. He must have answered a question on Reddit, and it just fucking happened. So I'm really scared to say yes. But vaginas for ears. I mean, I like to think that I could put a hat over them and keep them covered.
Just wear a beanie all the time.
And like
Until it gets wet.
until that's really bothering me. I'm kind of
You get turned on, your ears start
Just-
sweating.
yeah.
And you're just
Ew.
like,
Wait,
God.
wait, here's another question.
Can I have both? Can I have
Question.
both? Because then I could just
Can
pleasure
I?
myself all the time. Just fucking,
Just yeah.
just fucking
That's a good
Q-tip
one.
my ears, babe.
Do your ears get the time of the month?
Wait, sorry.
Oh, no.
Joey's up first, then you, Nina.
Okay.
Do your ears get a period every month?
Do your ears
Oh,
have? Wait,
that's a
wait,
really
sorry,
good
sorry.
question.
Do your ears have uteruses? No, it's just with the vagina.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
no.
Thought we
The
clarified.
You know
vagina
what's
is
up?
just the canal.
If
Alright,
if
sure.
Good
if
point.
a guy has penis fingers and then they finger a girl, is it having sex?
Yes. It's a penis in a vagina.
That's in the Bible, all right? It's a clause.
That's a good question.
Jesus
Right?
said
That's
penis
definitely
fingers
that would
are-
definitely be
mean,
that would
I
definitely
don't
be sex.
see many situations where
Sticking
fingering
a
doesn't
penis-
at least lead to sex at one point or another.
That's true.
So it's like,
Oh, that Joey would like to
College.
Joey,
contribute.
you raised for him, yes.
Like,
I'd like to contribute where there was finger that did not lead to sex. I had to talk to my feelings about it afterwards.
All right,
Oh,
so
God.
Joey, being the emotional robot that he is, can
No.
finger someone and then talk about his feelings and not let it lead to sex.
Yes, it can happen.
Okay.
Sounds like a catastrophe.
So, Jeremy, what would you go with? Vaginas for
I
ears?
would definitely go with the vaginas for you.
Pat, you're up.
I think I'm gonna make it 7 for 7 and go vaginas for ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just there's some hope of hiding them. Like, you
got
you
special
grow
clothes.
out your hair, just look like fucking Leonard Skinner.
How
just
much do we have
fucking-
going on? Do we have like
and
pubic
always
hair?
ride a motorcycle.
like
and
bunch of-
always have leather gloves on, and then
No.
finally, when you get
Look
to
at
go
it
home,
this
like,
way:
you
your
take
ears
off
would never get too hot. Okay, so just have that
I mean, too
fluid
cold.
leaking out of there all the time.
Oh, wow.
Too cold?
Wait, say that again?
No, because the fluid coming out would be like drying and evaporating and cooling your
Yeah.
vagina ears off.
But like you know, your
really weird to think
pussies
about.
are warm. A lot of blood flow. Yeah.
What?
Pussies are warm.
How do you know? All right.
How do you know, Schultz? That's a good
What
question.
happens?
Refer to previous podcasts. I've had sex.
Also,
with
like,
Jesus.
your life,
Allegedly.
your life would become empty.
Can you get frostbite on your vagina ear?
Yes,
Well,
you
here's
can.
a question: can you get frostbite on your vagina if you weren't wearing pants? Is it
Yes.
possible?
Yes.
Can
It'd
we
be
look
very
this up?
hard. It'd be
Possible.
very
It would be a lot
hard.
harder than your ears, though.
Why?
Like because
Because
your
there's
your
ears
vagina's
are closed.
But
Vagina's
it's not
tucked
your
away.
Tell me more, Pat.
Vaginas.
Tell me more about how your vagina acts.
That's why I have so.
When I get my 2 vagina ears, I'll let you know.
Okay.
There is one recorded case in history of a man having 2 penises. You know, he was in a horrible.
Wasn't he a Russian dancer?
This maybe
There was a Russian dancer with 2
I was
penises.
thinking
Yeah, he got
absolutely
made fun
different.
of it, but he was such a good dancer that, like, I don't care if he has 2 penises. He's such a good dancer.
There you go.
I mean, I
I'd
don't know.
fuck
No,
I don't know if it's the
fuck
same guy because I also heard of like
Jeremy is
a
our
Today
host.
Show with like 7 girls brought in with 2 vaginas each.
Okay, but
So,
my
like-
question is, if you have a like situation like that, if you're like talking to someone at the bar, you're gonna go home with them. Like, do you warn them while you're like? Do you just be like, hey,
If you're courteous,
also,
surprise, what's up?
Surprise, motherfucker.
If I go
Surprise, motherfucker.
like,
Sunrise,
a
motherfucker.
second vagina
All right,
is, like,
motherfucker.
not a
Rude
problem
guys.
for me. That's not something I would be the most concerned about. Like, of all the surprises that could come out, a second vagina is not the one I'm worried about.
I'm worried about 1, but 2 is just bonus.
I had a good comment to make about having penises for hands, but it got lost in the
In your
such
alcohol?
amazing in the alcohol or just in the
That would be
you
the
know,
shittiest horror movie. Instead of Edward Scissorhands,
Edward Penis Hands.
Yeah.
Cock
Oh
fingers.
my
Yeah,
god!
cock
Did
fingers.
you make that a
So
shitty
I had a reason why it would be better, but I completely forget it, and it doesn't make sense now. So obviously we're gonna go 8 for 8 and just go vaginas for ears.
We have 7.
that's
people.
consensus.
Did Stetson answer this?
No, who kicked it?
She's on.
No,
Oh,
I'm
okay,
saying
fine.
it's because it would be 7 out of 7.
It,
Not that I want her to come
we do
back.
have
I
7.
don't want. No one wants her to come
How
back.
many times have you
Ivy
counted
had
in your
7.
life?
There's
There's
7
7
people
people
here.
here.
Right.
And Stetson's a little shit who just does whatever the fuck she wants and ruins our podcasts. But
And then there's Jill.
Hi.
well, at least he kind of does something. But anyways,
He works the computer.
yeah, he works the computer.
I don't ruin shit.
It's not the
I
only thing
contribute.
he
I got
works,
some
you
good
know what I mean?
stories.
Yeah,
some good, some good
Schultz
comments. What the fuck you just said?
But yeah,
Kill yourself.
I mean, vagina's for you.
Let's
It's
just let's
so much
just
easier.
let's just shut it off.
You're just gonna
Well,
interrupt me
we're
and just tell
gonna-
me to end it right now.
We can edit shit.
You
can-
wasted
we
another
can edit
perfectly
it.
This is,
good hour
we're
for
gonna
one
have to edit
person
this.
who
The other
wants
one
to-
being this one.
We're gonna have to take some
Congratulations.
We might-
We have
Audience, we're gonna take some of this
successfully
out
fooled you
so it
into
won't be
listening
as
to
long
another
as
app
you
of
know
our
your
shenanigans.
typical.
Well, it's at 75 minutes, so it might be.
What we could do is combine this with like next week or something like that.
Well, it's still a full one. We just
I
gotta
say
cut
we.
some
I
out.
say we.
There's more than 15 minutes.
I say we
to
either
cut out.
delete this one fully or at least cut something out.
Yeah,
of
we're
it.
definitely
That's my
cutting
vote.
shit out.
No, we're cutting
That's
some
my
out.
vote.
Yeah, we're
Alright.
gonna cut something
We're
out.
sign
Give
off.
it a good.
So, audience,
bye.
I'm glad you've listened to yet another podcast of 3 Monkeys and a Robot. I mean, this one was a stretch, but you know, hey, you're still here. Don't worry.
Post-production.
Don't worry.
Believe in the
Shut up,
post-production.
Joey. But don't worry. Next week, episode 5 will be amazing. So stay tuned for that one. And have
And
a
find
good-
out what happens during our slap bet.
Oh yeah. We'll find out what happens during Nina and Dad's slap bet.
Yeah.
That's my ass.
Good night, everyone, and stay classy, San Diego.
Fuck you, San Diego.
Beep boo.